like that speaker better.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It's a little rounder.
Yeah.
A little more top. So, here, hang on to that, man. We got a Y cord, right? Did you have two speakers together?
When somebody's working on your amps, that's what you want them to sound like on the guitar.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference. Now, I'm sure all these guys can really play their asses off too. That's part of the job requirement here at Nashville Amp Service, isn't it? Everybody has to be a badass.
It's the interview process. I think we could all hold our own.
Now, what are you working on there, buddy?
Twin reverb, silver face, taking out the master volume, replacing it with the one that doesn't have the switch.
Yeah.
After Jamie, who also shares my bench, she's already gone through and replaced all the filter caps, new fiber board on the doghouse, whole bunch of stuff. Kind of big overhaul.
Cool.
Yeah.
Man, we're so glad that you guys know what you're doing. What a great, trusting service we have here in Nashville to bring our amps to. Now, what are you working on over here, my friend?
We got a brown Princeton over here. So,
Nice.
Yeah, so it didn't have balance heaters before, and bouncing them up, get a buzz down a little bit.
Now, have you ever been electrocuted in here?
Yes.
You have?
Yep, a few times.
A few times?
Yeah.
Come here, we'll show you what that feels like.
If I shake your hand, am I going to get electrocuted? And what are you working on over here? This looks like a fine piece of vintage gear.
Right here, yeah.
Look at this.
These are little sleepers.
This is what you love to work on.
2201. Well, they're okay. They're okay. I don't mind. The 2200, 2201.
Those two speakers go together.
Yeah.
They kind of work together pretty nice. They're kind of clean though.
Todd, what's the number one requirement to get a job working at Nashville Amp Service? These fine fellows you got back here.
Well, you gotta sort of know what the fuck you're doing first. That always helps. And
Personality. You gotta have some personality.
yeah, you gotta be a cool dude.
Yeah. These are cool dudes.
Yeah.
You guys got a hell of an operation going here, and like I said earlier, you know,
Good with tools.
yeah, good with tools. The guys that you want
Facial
working,
hair.
facial. Nobody has better hair than Todd Sharp.
We're not allowing buns anymore.
It's a distraction. So when somebody's working on your amplifier and they can play the guitar like Todd, that is just such a bonus, because you know it's like that old saying in Nashville where, of course, Todd has had some of the greatest gigs ever. Rod Stewart, Mick Fleetwood, Hall & Oates at 19 years old, and then he just does this amp stuff for fun at this point, right? But when
Fun.
when your repairman, when your guitar repairman can play, he knows what the guitar's supposed to feel like when it's set up. That Todd works on amps, he's obviously an accomplished guitar player that knows what tone is supposed to sound like. So
Yeah, it's true.
what a bonus. Like you wouldn't want somebody working on your old hot rod if they didn't love to drive, right?
Exactly.
That might not be a great analogy, but
Does anybody know a good roofer?
okay, friends, we've had about as much fun as we can handle here. Signing off. Right. I'll be right in.
Okay.
So we came to Todd Sharps' amp shop today. This is my palette of speakers that we're picking out. We're trying some new ones and picking out a couple speakers for an engineer buddy of mine. But this is Todd's back room, man. All these amps that are waiting to be worked on. He's the best, man. As you can see, I mean, we were kind of joking around in that other video that I'll tag onto this, but he is a fucking ferocious guitar player, one of my favorites. He can also sing and write songs. That's who you want working on your amps, man, is somebody that knows tone. And it's just always fun to come down here. I always learn something. And I actually have some rental property right close to here that I usually check on when I come over here too. But man, it's fun to come in here and kind of just see these guys at work. And Todd's had some of the best gigs at Hall & Oates at 19 years old, Rod Stewart at the peak of his career, Delbert McClinton, Mick Fleetwood. These guys work with everybody, man. He's such a ferocious talent and one of my favorite people on the planet. There's young Tom helping us today. Nice shirt, homie.
Hey, thanks, man.
Who is that guy?
He's this guitar player. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's pretty all right, though.
All right, man, we're having a fun day doing some errands here in Nashville. All right, now we've gone just a few blocks from Todd Sharps' amp shop here in Berry Hill to Exact Tone Solutions, where our old friend Barry and Greg, who's not here, and Eric, we're gonna bust him on his lunch break. But
Say hi, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
there's Eric. He's on his lunch break, but we're gonna just let you look at a couple of these crazy pedal boards that these guys put together. They do the best work in town. Now, we've been sworn to secrecy as to who these boards belong to, but man, these guys do the best work. And if you ever need any pedal stuff done, I've been working with these guys for a long time.
Guthrie, you're one of the first.
Really?
Yeah, one of the very first. In the family tree of our clientele, you're right there at the trunk. You and Jed
Unbelievable.
were some of the first people that came in and gave us a shot when nobody should have given us a shot.
Man.
Yeah.
They totally should have given us a shot, though.
When, in hindsight.
And
from
this
his
is the best
perspective.
part. How can we not get a glimpse at this?
Ryan Warner sends us
Amazing.
those every time we do a job for him.
Really? That's awesome. Well, man, I'm proud to be on the short list, and you guys have just transformed this company, and you guys are at the top of the heap. You guys are the best, man.
Thanks, Guthrie.
It's amazing. And Greg, who's not here, is also one of our favorite people. He's just a great dude, and we're lucky to have not only the best at what they do, but also top-notch human beings.
We try.
That is what it's all about. Young Tom,
Yeah, man.
what do you think, man?
All of it in here.
We're teching out. So this is my pathetic little situation over here. Not this part, because Barry and everybody did this one. But we've been using this little satellite board,
Hey, I
which
built that.
Tom built that one. And so I said, Barry, you're going to have a heart attack when you look at this, wall warts. And so they're going to take this board and put it on a nice little platform like this, and that way we can fly with this. And then if we don't need, I usually only use this with the trio, so, but at least we'll get it back up to being somewhat of a semi-professional situation, and that's on
Just like
on
us.
my part for sure.
Yeah.
But man, thanks a million, and don't forget XTS, Exact Tone Solutions, right here in Nashville, Tennessee. All right, you guys.
It's really cool because without the leather, it sounds it just sounds better. You
Right.
put leather around a guitar, you might as well encase it in rubber.
So this is hand carved.
Yeah, Charlie Krisky.
Charlie Krisky.
He's a badass, and of course it looks like the Wayland.
It really does. He did a great job.
Yeah, and we sent it down. You know, I mean, he sent it down. We put a bender in it, and
Nice.
you know, in case somebody wants it.
And you said Marty Stewart, of course, flipped out.
I
Yeah.
think Marty liked the one that he saw that he
Yeah.
had. But anyway,
Of course
it's
he
a-
would.
it's a-
Yeah, that's right up his alley, man.
But I just thought it was great because it looks the part without having to put all that, you know, without closing down the sound of the guitar.
Yeah, very cool. Well, we're nearing the end of our Berry Hill tour today, where we've done Todd Sharp amps, we've done Exact Tone Solutions, we've done Joe Glazer's amazing shop. Me and young Tom have been running around having fun getting stuff done. We've done Baja Burrito. We've had one ice cold Mexican beer, and there might be another in our future.
Right.
That's a good life.
Yeah, it's a good life.
Not too bad, Joe. I've known Joe for, I mean, how long, man? Good Lord.
Since the day you got here.
Since the day I got here.
Let me tell you. Okay, whoever you all are out there, here's how I meet Guthrie. Guthrie came into my shop with a cooler full of fresh shrimp, heads-on shrimp. That means that the heads
Royal
ain't blown
Reds.
up. Royal Reds, the best Gulf shrimp you can possibly get. He comes in the door and he goes, "I hear you like heads-on shrimp." He plops it down on the counter, and I thought, I don't know who this guy is, but he's gonna amount to something. And of course, I was wrong about that.
I'm failing miserably.
Anybody who has that much determination is unstoppable.
Oh my God, Joe, thanks, man. Well, you know, those shrimp came nicely iced and sealed in a nice cooler from Joe Patty's Seafood in Pensacola, Florida. And I was about probably 15 years old. And I knew
Were you that young?
Yeah, and I knew that Sam Bush, I was desperately trying to come up with a mandolin pickup that sounded good. And I knew Sam had used a microphone and a hot dot pickup. And I was trying to get that acoustic sound. And I knew if I came and saw you that you'd be able to help me.
Well, you bribed me with
and
heads
so
on
I-
shrimp, which the next day were etouffee.
Oh, that's
and
amazing.
probably about the best etouffee ever here. Nice.
Dude.
This isn't near the Gulf.
So cool. So you know what we need to do now is we need to revisit that. We'll go get some shrimp and make some etouffee, and
Absolutely.
we can celebrate. All right, guys, signing off from beautiful sunny Berry Hill, Tennessee.
And like that one was really
We've ended up at Brown's Diner to cap off this day with some Kenny Vaughn Trio. We started at in Berry Hill doing the wild ride. Now we're here at Brown's Diner where it all started. We've got some Kenny Vaughn going on